Hi everyone, and welcome back to Animal Crossing Hard Mode. Now today we are going to do something a little bit different. We are going to be attempting to get good at custom designs, and I use the word attempting very strongly, but we're going to give it a go. We do need a flag, we do need a new outfit for this week, and very soon we are going to need a path. So I thought, why not just put that into this video? I was originally just going to include it in a catch-up at the beginning of the next episode, but I thought, you may like to see the process I went through and how they were made, so that's exactly what we're going to do today. So without further ado, let's jump on in and get started. Now there will be timestamps down below, so if you just want to see a specific design, then you can find that very easily. But yeah, let's jump on in. So as you can see, we're going to be starting off with our flag. Now eventually I do want to do a kind of nature scene with trees and a starry sky, maybe a nice waterfall, things like that. But for now I wanted to attempt to recreate Celeste. We've had 2 meteor showers recently on the island and she visited for the very first time. So I thought this is a great time to actually include her on her flag. She is my favourite NPC, so I was hoping this was going to turn out really good. I did have to look up quite a few pictures for inspiration, and some people in Discord actually mentioned cross-stitch patterns can be really helpful, so that's exactly what I did, because it was really hard to try and draw her from memory. So I thought, I'll have a picture as a reference, just to kind of get the details right, I hope. But I kept finding that I couldn't draw the whole of Celeste and get the details in because I kept running out of canvas space. So eventually I settled on just having her face on the flag with a really nice starry sky behind her. Nice and simple, but I think it's going to turn out really good. And now I did find it easier to kind of outline everything first using just black, before going in with the colours and messing with the hues and things like that. But even so, for a complete beginner to all of this design stuff in Animal Crossing, it did take me way longer than I want to admit to get this right. But after quite a bit of tweaking and undoing and redoing some stuff, I finally did get it to a place I was really, really happy with. And I'm super happy with how it turned out. I really am. I think it looks really cool. And for our first ever flag, it looks so good. I'm super happy. So I hope you like this. I hope you like how it turned out. And this is how it looks in all of its glory outside resident services. I absolutely love it. Okay, so now it's time to move on for our new outfit for the week. And I thought, let's continue with our Celeste theme and try and create a dress that's inspired by her. She is my favourite after all, as I keep saying. But this took me ages, absolutely ages to get it right. Especially the section in the middle on the front of the dress. It just didn't want to work for me at all. But after, I want to say a few hours actually, of probably going back and forth on this and messing around with it, it did turn out really cute. So I'm very, very proud of this. Now, I've never designed clothes before in Animal Crossing. As you've seen, I used the stamp tool with the hearts in the beginning and just called it job done. And I did attempt a snowflake and that come out a little bit cute. But again, I didn't have access to all the design tools just yet, so it was the best I could do with what I had at the time. But this is my very first attempt at a real outfit and a dress specifically. And I did spend quite a bit of time on this trying to get it right. But in the end, it turned out so cute. It's really adorable and I absolutely love it. I'm honestly obsessed. If I didn't have to change outfits every week as part of the rules, then I would probably keep this on for quite a while because I love how it looks. It really does look good. And it was almost as if she knew, because Celeste was on the island later that night. We had our first heavy meteor shower. Celeste came back to the island, not only to see our flag, I'm guessing, but also it looks like she approves of the outfit and she loves it too. So that's amazing. But yeah, so I will go quiet for a moment, let you watch the rest of the process on how we made the dress, and I'll be back to you when we're ready to move on to our path. I really love how it turned out, and clearly so does she. So with that, let's move on to our final design, the path. So now it's time to finally move on to the design that I have been absolutely dreading. We are going to attempt to create the first ever path I've made in game. I've never tried anything like this in game yet, and I have no idea where to begin. But I did find a very lovely lady on YouTube by the name of April Honey. You've probably already heard of her. And what I did is I binged a ton of her videos. She has so many fantastic tutorials for custom designing on Animal Crossing, and they were so helpful. It's because of her that I was finally able to attempt this and give it a go. So I'm going to link her channel in the description box below. If you haven't already checked her out, definitely go do so. You will thank me later. Her tutorials and guides are amazing. So a huge thank you to April Honey. Thank you for all your help with your videos, because that is what got me going here today. But as you can see, for this path, I did have to make a few notes and begin playing around with the base colours until I kind of got it to a place where I was happy with it. What I did then is copied the main piece to 8 other tiles, because obviously that will become a 9-piece path, and it's just going to save us a little time so we don't have to keep recreating the same piece first of all. I made sure to lay them all out on the ground in front of me so that I could keep an eye on how it was looking as we made each part. But then it was just a matter of going into each piece and working on the edges. Now, I will say I did go a bit too crazy on the edging and probably made them a little bit bigger than what I wanted them. So I do plan to go in and tweak them later and make, you know, a little bit more subtle, as well as adding some details like flowers and leaves, things like that to make them even better. But for now, considering this is my first ever attempt, I thought let's just keep it simple. Let's start with a base path that will be easy to copy and edit later. And hopefully with the change in seasons, we'll be able to edit it quite a bit and, you know, make it unique as well. Now, I did add a bunch of gaps where the grass can hopefully peek through, but as you'll see later, I do take most of them back out because with the snow right now, it just doesn't look as good as I wanted it to, or that I thought it would. And it did actually seem a bit too much to me and too repetitive. So by the end of the video, you'll see that I've made a few more tweaks, and I've made some of the pieces plain and some I've kept 1 or 2 gaps in just so I can, you know, sprinkle them about as and where I feel the need. But the main thing was making sure that the edges lined up and blended in. So I made sure to leave the same amount of space. I believe it was about 1 or 2 pixels clear on each piece where the edges will join. And I also made sure to use the same colour at those edges so that it blended a bit more naturally, hopefully. But in the end, after tweaking the details and the texture, I finally had a path. And I cannot believe I'm saying this, I created a path. I've never done this in game, and I have to be honest, it's not perfect, it's far from perfect. But for my first ever attempt, I am so proud of how this came out. I think it's looking really good, and with a few more tweaks a bit later and maybe some details thrown in, it's going to be great. I just can't wait to use this throughout our island. But yeah, I mean, let me know what you think. What do you think of how it turned out? So I just want to say a quick thank you to Pat, aka Nintendo Talk, for making us have to do this, for pushing us, you know, to explore custom designs and really get to learn and enjoy doing it, because I've had a lot of fun and it's made me feel super proud that I've been able to do this for the first time. And once again, huge thank you to the lovely April Honey for her super helpful guides. So as I said, do check her out down below if you haven't already. But I just can't wait to create more now. I really love how this turned out. So let me know what you think down below, and if this video was helpful in any way, I'd love to know. But yeah, I will see you in the next video. So thank you so much for watching as always, and thank you so much for all your support. It really does mean the world. I hope you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you are in the world, and I will see you soon. Bye.